nice.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling
Your
the same
record
way.
blew my mind a little bit.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I was expecting something totally different than what you were playing, and it's really good, dude. I know you've done some. You went to school for music, right? I believe,
Um,
kinda.
br- briefly,
Okay.
yeah, not
And you did some classical stuff,
yeah,
I
not really.
remember, or something.
No, that was Austin,
Okay.
invasive guitar player. Yeah, he
Okay.
did
Okay.
the. I think he went to he was going to Gonzaga,
Okay.
for classical guitar. I did some music stuff at NIC,
Hmm.
for like a semester.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't really stick with the
But
schooling part of it,
I'm
but
used to hearing you play metal, and like Invasive, you guys are played some awesome music, and with Psidium too, Jason says he's really proud of you on this record. He said you did a phenomenal job, and I was
oh, good.
listening to it this morning. I'm just going, holy shit, that's really good, really good. I don't know a lot in this life, but I know good music. I got an ear for good music, and
For
that's
sure, for
really
sure.
good shit, dude. It's that that third song that when what I can't remember what song it is, but it's like the third song on the thing, and it's like my new entrance music now. I think
Oh, sweet.
you said
Third
you wouldn't
song would
leave
be
me.
Darkest.
You said you wouldn't leave me, and I think that's part of the lyric on it. Uh, Let me see here.
Sounds like when you told me that. I
That's
think that's the lead up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Love that tune. That's a great tune.
one of my favorites too. Yeah, for sure.
You showed me a different side, and you pulled it off good, dude. You do a good job, really good job.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely yeah, it's a it's different, a departure than what I
Right,
had done in the past for sure.
right, definitely.
Um,
But I was really impressed with it. I've been talking to I you got something going open on your end? Oh, maybe it's this. I bet you it's this. Let me take that off. There we go. That'll help. Okay. Uh okay. Something's going on here. Sorry about that.
well, that's all right. Yeah, no worries.
Uh okay. I'm better, I think. Sorry about that. I'm new
That's
to
all right.
this thing. I did not do enough research when I started it out, and I, I've been just trolling Facebook is all I've been doing on people,
Right. Yeah.
and anybody who has an instrument, in their profile picture, I'll stop and look at their stuff. And I've found some really cool bands doing this, real good musicians. But you're local, and I've been trying to get Gary on and Rob on, and they haven't taken debate yet, I guess. And so I'm glad you did.
Yeah, Gary, Gary texted me. Wait, yeah, when I guess he told me that I was going to be on. Yeah,
Yeah.
he texted me the other day about it. Yeah, I guess he's waiting. He doesn't really have anything music wise going on,
Right.
so that's kind of what
Right.
he
Right.
was.
And I get it. I get it. But number one, like with me, I'm a fan first and foremost. And I've always been the guy who has turned my friends on to the music. A lot of them still listen to, and stuff. And I made this thing about rock and roll, and I found that there's other music besides rock and roll that's really good out there. I found this girl in Missouri who sings, she's folk, but has the craziest, best voice I've ever heard, and just
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
it's she blows my mind, and I talked to Timmer Blakely. He's a president of the Cascade Blues Association around here, and
Okay.
I messaged him, and he's all for what I'm trying to do. People are, some people are waiting for people to just find them and put them out there, you know, a little bit more. You know, I don't got a lot of following, but I got a little bit, you know, that I'm willing to share
Yeah.
with everybody, you know. So but I
Well, I'll
appreciate
help
you
with
coming on.
I'll help
Definitely.
with that if I can. And hey, this is I need as much
I
promotion and publicity for this new
totally,
record as possible. So hey, it
totally.
sounds like
I'll
a
do it.
win-win to me. Yeah.
Definitely. So you doing any gigs or anything right now, or what are you doing?
Right now, just we got some stuff scheduled. I have my band Lake Town Sound, which is mainly a classic rock and
Right on.
well, I wouldn't say it's just classic rock cover band anymore. We do kind of a lot of different
Right on.
rock and blues and some country and some little pop, a little funk. It's kind of
Right
a
on.
all over the
I
place.
hear all of that in it, you know, definitely.
So I've been doing that last couple years, and that's been really busy.
Right on.
Yeah,
Right on.
especially during the summer we play quite a bit. So I'll be
Right.
doing that once the spring and summer gets into shape, and yeah, hopefully do some. I'm looking into doing some gigs with for this record.
Right on.
Haven't booked anything quite yet, but
Right on.
we're working on it.
Cool. Cool.
But time permitting and time and schedule
Totally.
permitting, and see what
That's one of the
happens.
things I'm trying to do out here. You know, I'm when I moved to Sandpoint, Idaho, there I discovered, you know, Rock 945, and you know,
Mhm.
they're like that's a whole new family, you know, is what they are,
Oh,
you know, as
for sure, yeah.
you know, and you know, I love GA, and I don't know why I decided to do this podcast thing, but I just thought it was the right thing to do, you know, something to do that I could do. And GA's is my role model for that for sure. You know, he's such a good dude. And I'm trying to bring some regular concerts down here to the coast, you know, and
Oh, okay.
is what is my big mission behind it, because there isn't any steady music down here, you know. There's a lot of bars and shit you can go get fucked up in, you know, of course,
Well, that's
but
everywhere.
to get
Yeah.
some, you know, regular decent music in, you know. And my thing I look at is, you know, Too Broke to Rock, you know, phenomenal. Nobody in the world has done anything like that, you know, free concerts like they did, you know. And I'd like to do them free for sure, you know, down here. It was the ultimate goal, but just to get some regular music in down here would be a
Yeah.
cool thing to do, you know. And I'm working on like places for that. I got a guy who has 30 acres who's willing to use part of it for that, which is kind of cool. Do like a festival thing maybe or something, you know. I don't know, but
Let me know.
I will for
I'll
sure.
play it. Yeah, I'll play a gig down there.
That'd
Absolutely.
be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm all for that. Yeah, the Two Broke to Rock shows were great. I mean, I did a couple of those with Invasive, and they were just, I mean, they were a
Dude,
blast.
I
They were,
saw so many good bands there, you know,
yeah.
that you know I never heard of. You know, Greta Van Fleet, especially. You know, I thought that was a lost Led Zeppelin record when I first heard it. You know, I was like, wow, that's crazy. You know, and then saw their three little weird guys from Michigan, kind of. You know, but they smoke on the playing instruments, man. They smoke.
Oh, they're good.
You know,
Yeah, they're great.
definitely. So who let me see, what was I going to ask you? Who are you listening to? What kind of stuff do you listen to? You know, who's
Well,
out there that nobody's
see.
really heard of, maybe that you have taken a special liking to or something, you know. And this is where I'm just getting easier research to find other people to come
Yeah.
on. But you know, everybody's got a little playlist or something in their head or something to go to, or something, you know. I just like to hear what
You,
people.
in last this last several years that kind of inspired this record. I've been listening to a lot of the blues and blues rock, like Joe Bonamassa and
Oh yeah, he's good.
Stevie Ray
He's
Vaughan,
awesome.
Kenny
Definitely.
Wayne Shepherd.
Right on.
Even some of the really old school blues guys like Albert King and
Right. Right.
Freddie King, Albert Collins, all those guys. And so I my playlist is all over the place.
Right
It's
on.
pretty much, except for like rap.
Right.
I think there's a little bit of everything on there. I still play my hard rock and my heavy metal.
Right
That
on.
has I still listen to still play that sometimes. So it's got a little all over the place, but
Right. I try to find a lot of the Spokane guys,
Mhm.
I've become friends with, and that's a special little community up there, of musicians. And especially
Oh,
when
for
I
sure.
got
Yeah.
into it, when I moved up there, and I think it was 2011,
Mhm.
that was there was a really special scene out there, around that time, just really good. And everybody's pretty friendly, too,
Yeah,
that I saw
absolutely.
too. Um, so I've got a special place for you guys up there. That's for sure. I miss going up there and seeing shows, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely it's changed a little,
Yeah,
as far as there's some of the faces are different.
right,
Some of the guys, the same groups are still kicking around, like Nixon Rodeo and
right, right,
Children of the Sun. They're still kicking around. I mean, no more invasive or anything like that.
right, right,
Yeah, I haven't been. It's been a couple years since I haven't really been in that particular scene for a little
right.
while, a couple years, but it's a little different.
Yeah.
Some new face. Definitely not bad at all, but it's new faces.
Oh
Some of the
yeah.
older faces aren't anymore,
Just
but they're
takes
still.
time to get used to them a little bit,
Oh
some
yeah,
here and
for
there,
sure.
But
Yeah.
lots of good music comes from up there, though. I know that
Oh, that hasn't changed.
there's
That hasn't changed at all.
phenomenal list,
Yeah.
talented people up there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So, and I know you guys were a big part. I was taking care of that old guy, and you guys were definitely keeping me sane. Invasive was at the time,
Oh,
listening to your
good. Yeah.
guys' stuff, going through that. And it was a good experience for me to go through taking care of that guy, but it also sucked a lot too. A lot about
Sure.
it
Yeah.
sucked.
Uh,
It sucked, but you guys helped me through that time, that's for sure.
oh, good. Good. Yeah.
Appreciated it for sure. But yeah, anything you'd like to say? Anything you got that you want to say?
Well, I mean, I just yeah, I hope I hope this record that I've got, out now can, I hope it can find people
Right.
and hope people can have get something from it. And
Yeah.
that's all I can really ask for is hope people hear it and find some enjoyment so far. I've good reviews so far.
Yeah,
People have talked.
it's a pretty good record.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised. I was like, I go, that's not what I expected,
No,
but
it's a little it's
it's smooth stuff, dude. It's good stuff. It's a good fit for you, that's for sure. That type of
thank you.
stuff,
Yeah.
you do a good job,
That's
and you sing on it, right? You're the singer to
yeah.
vocalist too. Yeah, you got a
Yep.
good voice.
Thank you.
It's really good, catchy lyrics. It's a good record for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been it's kind of it was a lot of it is just a bunch of songs I've had at least started writing
Mhm.
for years. Some of those songs are years and
Right,
years old that I've just kind of had just
right,
sitting on my hard drive on my
right,
computer or sitting in my brain or
right.
where I just kind of decided that I mean obviously they changed and
Sure,
been
sure.
written and rewritten over the years, but finally decided to get them on tape and get them finished and get them on tape
Oh
and
yeah,
get them
yeah.
out there. Yeah.
They're good tunes. Oh, that's for sure.
Thank you.
I will definitely push it out there as much as I can for you. It's good music.
Appreciate
And
it.
I don't
Yeah.
know why I try to go for the hardest shit out there sometimes. Because mainly because I'm old. And I'm trying to stay young a little bit. Rock
Fair.
concerts still make me feel a little bit young. I still got a good ear. For shit, and I have a blast talking to you guys, having you guys on here, because that's the first and foremost thing is I want to meet some rock stars,
Mhm.
and rock stars aren't always the big headliners, the real rock stars are the guys doing what you're doing, putting stuff
Mhm.
out there and just doing it, And I'm being exceptionally blessed with finding the cream of the crop. I think, everybody I've had on the show so far is just it's people, it's music people should be listening to. That's
Oh,
the
for sure.
main thing.
Absolutely.
They should be
Yeah.
listening to it. And if I can help you guys, I'm gonna, so. But
Yeah, I mean, there's so much good stuff out there that's been just, artists and albums and songs has been, can be buried by the mainstream guys, the popular acts and artists, and there's so much good stuff out there that kind of flies under the radar.
Exactly.
You almost have to go digging for it.
And that's exactly it. You got, that's exactly it. That's what
you have to look
I'm
for it.
I'm the troll of Facebook, but I'm doing it for a good point. I'm doing it to provide the soundtrack to your life.
We love it. Yeah.
This one kid I found, and he was a kid, and he's like 16. His name's Bo Hudson. You should check this kid out. He's endorsed by Dean Guitars already.
Oh, okay.
He's quite phenomenal. And he's playing. He's on doing this reel, and he's playing "Sweet Home Alabama" as if Eddie Van Halen wrote it. And if you closed your eyes, it was Eddie. 100%. And it was like, what the hell? And started talking to him. He's got like 30,000 more followers on Instagram than I do, by far. I'm more riding his coattails than anything in a sense, but he's turned out to be the coolest kid, and he's the new vision of rock and roll. He's the next generation out there, to push it along the way it needs to go. And just a neat kid, very respectful and humble, and he's going to write his own ticket wherever he wants to go, I think, obviously. But on my birthday, he sent me a message. He goes, "I've got an opportunity for you." I go, "Okay." He goes, what would you think about having a Grammy winner on your show? And I'm going, "Okay, whatever you need me to do, I'll do whatever you need me to do." It's a 16-year-old kid. I'm going, wow. Kids aren't made like that no more, really.
Oh,
not very many that I've seen, there's a cool crop of people out there right now, and that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to find them and show them to everybody else, and so I appreciate you coming on, dude, for sure.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me. Absolutely.
Phenomenal, and I don't just say that to say it, it was a pleasant surprise for sure. A lot different than I've heard anything else you've ever played,
That's I think it's a little different than what most people have heard.
Yeah, definitely. It's good stuff. So
I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. Yeah,
I appreciate you, bro. I'll have this out tomorrow, probably on YouTube. I'll send you all my stuff, my links and shit for it. So I appritiate you coming on, man.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem. And if you got any hashtags or anything you want me to put on, just send me a message with them later on or whatever, and I'll make sure I include those on the show and shit. So
okay, sounds good.
I appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
I'll talk to you again. Have a good day.
All right. You too, man. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.